Good morning, guys. Jasper Miller here, Miller Small Engine Repair in Madison, Indiana. Today we're working on a John Deere 345 garden tractor, and the customer brought it in and said, I'm leaking coolant out onto the ground, something's leaking somewhere. And I said, okay. Got to looking, and John Deere has made the 345 Kawasaki motor to where the water pump actually sits down underneath the engine, and so the motor has to be pulled. And it's a very, very frustrating thing to deal with, but I'm going to zoom in here where you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if you look right here, that's where the water pump sits. Here's the old water pump. But that timing gear, that water pump gear sits up in there like that. But over time, just like the old Chevrolets with the mechanical style water pump, they'll start weeping at times, and this one was doing the same thing. So in order to make that happen, you've actually got to remove, the engine has to be removed from the tractor. As you can tell, we've removed it, and look at that. Lacey's enjoying a nap this morning. It's only 10:15 this morning, but she's enjoying my chair. Anyway, a couple things I want to talk about, and that is when you remove the engine, I would recommend to go ahead and just drain the engine oil. I did not, and as you can tell, I made a little bit of a mess. But it's best to go ahead and drain that engine oil. It's one less thing you got to deal with. I did clamp off my coolant lines with my handy little fuel line clamps to try to save as much coolant as possible, save the customer money. That way we're not having to put more coolant in. But so I'm going to go over and show you guys how this goes back together. There's a couple upgrades on on the new gasket sets that John Deere offers. So we're going to set this up to where you guys can actually see us put this machine back together. It's been busy here in the shop with spring around the corner, and we're getting started. As you can tell, the old flanges actually had two separate gaskets, and it threw me off when I called our John Deere dealership for parts. I said, hey, I actually need a total of 3 gaskets. One here, and I should hold it up so you see. One here, and one here, and then I'm going to need a gasket for the actual water pump side. And the John Deere dealer said, no, that's not, we're only showing 2 gaskets. And I said, nah, that's not possible, I need 3. And they said, well, ours shows you only need 2. Look at this. They've combined, they got smart, and they combined the 2 gaskets together. And those are John Deere gaskets. Actually, they're Kawasaki gaskets. So Kawasaki got smart and put those 2 together. Good job on that, Kawasaki. So how this is going to go together, I'm going to set this back to where you guys can see a little bit better. But what you'll do is you'll lay your gasket down on top of there. And there are some mounting flanges to make sure you get it nice and straight. So you'll take your timing gear, your water pump gear, you'll slide that up there into place, wiggle it around just a little bit, and just like that. It is important to make sure that gasket, there's a little notch there, there's a hole, and that has to, there's a little tab there. It's very, very important to make sure that mates up properly. So we'll slide that into place. Gear meshed in there, right? Okay. And that's seated very nicely. Then the bottom flange, which is going to be where the water actually, exits. It's the actual housing for the pump itself. So it's going to have a gasket too, and it's going to be part number, looks like Kawasaki's number is 1060245, and that's the actual Kawasaki brand gasket for that one. The other one is going to be, I tore it and I should have saved it to make it easier for you guys. Looks like it's going to be a, let's see here, M130 or 1M. Looks like M139018. So If you need those gaskets, once again, those are the gaskets you need for the 345. If you're doing this, like I said, it's definitely good to go ahead and plan extra labor hours if you're doing it as a business, because there's definitely more time involved than you realize. Now, here comes the challenging part. I didn't mark my bolts like I should have, to be honest with you. But that one there, I know goes there. And get that one started. Got a lot of cool on that rag. I'm gonna just leave that one sitting there and get us some more paper towels. It's kind of a rainy day here this morning, but it's a good day. It's Friday. We're winding up the week, and we've got a lot of projects going on, so we're grateful for all the work we've been blessed with. Get that one there. Sit in there. Okay. And that's not the right one there. Let's see, that should be. I can figure out the sizes pretty quickly here. That's not the right one. I believe it's going to be one of the longer ones. Let's see here. It's probably going to be that one if I had to guess. Alright. And then the longest one, if you look, there's one real long one. That one there should actually go in there. So there's that there. And the last three, the shorter ones, are all three symmetrical. They're all the same size, if you guys can see that. And those will just, you'll span those out between the rest of these here. I should put a little WD-40 on those. I think it's good to put a little WD-40 on everything. My mom, believe it or not, puts it on her joints, on her knees. Isn't that crazy? But WD-40 is just good all around. A little WD-40 in there. All right, and one more for the bottom side of the water pump. So out of the 5 bolts, they're 10 millimeter bolts. These here are 10s. The bigger one is actually, I think it's like a 12 or something. These speeder handles that I use are Tusk brand. I get those from Rocky Mountain. We use them for our dirt bike, all of our dirt bike work, and just all around good quality tools. We're a Rocky Mountain dealer, obviously. Rocky Mountain ATV, I should say. And we buy a lot of parts for them for our side-by-sides and four-wheelers. If you are looking for good quality work at a reasonable price, give us a call. We're located in Madison, Indiana. Small, family-owned shop, and we value our customers. You're not just a number to us. You're actually part of the Miller family, and we'd love to earn your business. So as we wrap this up, there'll be a second video of me actually installing this motor back in, and look forward to sharing the next video with you. All right, thank you. Have a blessed day.